Well, everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Bad Things, and this is coming to Shudder, this new horror film from writer-director Stuart Thorndike, and this film focuses on a group of young women who wind up staying at a secluded and kind of abandoned airport hotel, and which is owned by our main character's grandmother, who's recently passed away. Gail Rankin, Harry Neff, Annabelle Dexter-Jones, and Rad Pereira play these young women and their experiences in this hotel. And I have to say right off the bat, it's creepy. It's scary. It delivers on those horror elements, and I think Thorndike does a really great job directing this film to build up tension, to have the right setups, to use the visuals in the right way, framing the camera, all the work all around from cinematographer Grant Greenberg. Just there's so many competent scares that are done throughout this. It does borrow a decent amount from The Shining in terms of how it portrays these visions of are these ghosts, some kind of entities that are haunting this place. I do think there's strong performances. I think Rankin gets challenged having to give a very impressive performance. And I know Rankin mostly from the show Glow, and she does a fantastic job swinging back and forth emotionally in this role. Her girlfriend, played by Neff, who I think gives a fine performance as well. Overall, I think the performances certainly deliver. Now, thematically, it does deal with grief and the challenges of relationships and dealing with mental health. And I think it's a bit of a mix because how all of these themes are presented can get a little messy and a little murky in terms of how this narrative plays out. It is a messy narrative over the course of just an hour and 23 minutes that this film is about. And there's some, like I mentioned, strong performances, but it's hard to really connect because these characters aren't exactly the most likable. They're not the most interesting. You don't really connect and really engage with them in a meaningful way, but you do see them experience all these horrific things. And just from a natural human perspective, you don't want to watch them get slaughtered, or maybe some of them you might. But it's one of those kinds of things where it's hard to connect on an emotional level. The characters aren't particularly interesting, but it is the direction and the acting that really elevate this horror. And if those are the things you're looking for, this is a real solid option for you over on Shudder. It's a short film. It has its moments. It has some emotional impact. But it has the scary moments. And that's really, when it comes down to it, what you want most out of a horror film like this. But those are my thoughts on Bad Things. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.